Today's video is going to be how to fix this flickering light. You see this switch must have collapsed inside. No matter what you do, it keeps on blinking. So the goal is going to be to get rid of this switch. This switch is pretty old. It's been around for so long time. Maybe originally when the house was built. So I'm going to go take this wallpaper off. Note that this is the old house, so working on it. You got to be careful. You don't know how the wirings were done. So always you need to shut the main circuit breaker off. Once you have that done, then you could start working on any electrical wiring or switch outlet, whatever you may be working on. So if you could look at the switch right now, it's in the middle. No switch is in the middle unless it's it's made to be in 3 different positions. This particular switch is on and off switch. It's your typical normal on and off switch. And, obviously it collapsed. It's still, it's in the middle. There's no way to turn the light off. So, and it could be a safety hazard too. For example, if the switch is cracked or something and somehow water gets to it, you might create a spark there with the electricity there, and you might actually get a shock, or fire may start. So it's very important to get rid of these switches like this. So I took it out. As you see, there's no friction at all. It's just going and getting stuck in the middle and whatever, So you got the wires on. You want to make sure all the powers are off. Even the power is off. You want to make sure you don't touch it. So try to use a plier. You never know. Safety mindset is always a good to have. It only benefits you. You're not going to get shocked. There is no way for you to get shocked or electrocuted when you have safety mindset. So once you get the switch in, as with any switches, this is no exception. You take the plier, you put the where the nut is, and you tighten it till you're done. Some electric hazards are not obvious. Some of them are very obvious. In this situation, this was an accident waiting to happen. Just imagine someone in the bathroom just washed their hand. The hands are still wet, and somehow the water gets into the switch because it's collapsed or it's cracked, whatnot. This person will get shocked. Depending on the amount of water that comes in contact with this switch, it could actually, short the switch and cause a spark, which might catch fire, and then, one thing lead to the other. The house might be on fire due to this one incident. So it's very important to take care of these switches or outlets that does things like that doesn't do what it's supposed to do. This was, as I said, the accident waiting to happen. So this situation needed to be taken care of right away. So you just want to be careful as with anything. When you put it back, you don't want to slip your screwdriver in there, or you don't want to do anything else that may cause any harm to you or the box or the wiring that's in there. So take your time closing it. Take your time. You don't want to damage the wires or anything like that. You see this grounding nut? I didn't use those screws because this particular wiring didn't have any grounding wiring there. So I'm using it because the metal casing is there, and this metal case is connected to the BX, and the BX in turn is connected to the switch. So you have continuous ground connected in the circuitry. If it had a ground wire, I would have connected to the ground. It didn't. So what you could do is you could still connect the ground to the case for added security, added safety. But this job had to be rushed. I had to get this job done. And then that's why I had to do the way it was. It also makes sense if you had a new face cover, but I didn't want to get a face cover at this moment. Maybe in the future I'll replace it. And look, the switches are tested good. That's how it's supposed to be. Light's supposed to come on when you turn it on, and it's supposed to come off or go off when you turn it off.